Welcome back to part 7 of the Hood 1350 scale build. For those who haven't come back, welcome to the Hood 1350 scale build part 7. In this video, as you can see, quite a bit of progress of most of the photo etch has been put down on the deck here. And this video, this will be attached onto here, which is a really nice, neat bit. So we'll be gluing that down, and that will complete step 3. Finally, it took a while to do step 3 because there was some parts of the other steps we needed to do first due to the fact that the decking had to go on. So as we progress over to step 4, you can see I've circled pieces that have already been done. So what I'll be doing today is I'll be painting the photo edge, which I will be back in 1 sec while I show you what I'm going to use to do that. Just 1 second. Okay, so I'm quite a fan of SMS paints. It's an Australian product from here, and they produce this actually. It's an etch primer, and the etch primer, as you can see, obviously for using with an airbrush, but you can actually brush it on as well. And that's what I've been doing with some of these smaller parts. So, and it's okay on plastic as well. So if you need to prime a piece of photo etch that's already mounted on plastic, not a problem. It's fine. But this gives a nice solid base for your paint to adhere to your metal of the photo etch, and it does work really well. So that's what I'll be using with a brush to touch up a little coat on each photo etch, and then it dries reasonably quick. So within an hour or two I'll come back and then touch up with the base coat on those pieces. So that'll be happening. I've also today started on the break wall that sits right up the front. You can see this down a bit. So right up on the front here, there was photo etch break wall, which will go across there. You can see that. So there's a couple little hatchways on that as well, and then there's the braces on the other side, and then on the back against that will be these little pieces that will attach. So again, that's all going to be painted separately. Particularly the larger piece, I'll use the airbrush for that. There's also another piece that will extend down the side here, and same on the other side there. And then there's a couple of pieces that go here, which should help cover the join of the deck. So those I'll be constructing also today from here. Yeah, so there's this piece here, and then there's a couple other bits here that need to be done. And yeah, so it's all happening. I'll get back to this later on today. We'll have a look and see where we've got to go with what needs to be removed, the mouldings, all of that. Okay, so back in a sec, we'll see how we've progressed. Cheers. Folded. This one needs to be folded, so what I'm going to do is this tool here. The idea is to along the edge there, and I take a razor blade, slide it under, put it up, and work it back. This needs to be folded flat against the metal. Now, what I would do now is I use super glue, the metal, glue it. So what I'll do with this piece here is I'll take this like that. And then I take tiny, tiny drip of super glue. So the support brackets are on here. And we need piece number 217 and 218. So we'll look here. Here's number 217. There's 218. So the idea is to cut them off. So there's 217. Now the careful problem here is it's cut off there. I need to go out today to buy some more blades because these are getting blunt. So there's number 217. Do that one first. Slide. What I do, so I don't lose any of these pieces, is I use a bit of blue tack, and then I will grab my wax pencil to pick it up, easy to do, and I will put that there on the blue tack, and just position it so that it's ready to pick up the way I need it to be. That. Then I'll get another piece of blue tape there. Then we'll take our piece. Glue's dried on that. So roll that over. Just lightly tap it on there, it just holds it in place rather than sitting on a slippery tile. And now this number 2, where was it? 17. Just to go on that notch there. So we'll do a quick test fit. It's going to sit there like that. Cool. Okay. Now I use my ultra glue from MIG. It's been watered down so it's nice and thin. Just a touch. Little line down there. And even that little bit that I just put there is a little bit too much, so there's just a bit towel, just dab it off, there you go. And now a little bit of photo etch, and with a very good hand watch. This, make sure it is actually in the notch properly. That's straight. Looks good. See it sitting there. Now that glue, see it there now, will dry perfectly clear. Completely clear. Now, a lot of people use the normal CA glue and it does dry clear, but not completely clear. And it's thicker too, so it tends to leave a little lump where there's excess glue. With this stuff, when there's excess glue, you don't worry about it. You'll see nothing. When that's dried, there'll be nothing there to see. So that's one piece. So what I do now is I'll take off the piece number 218, and that'll go onto there. And then when it's dried, I can bend that piece up in the corner there, and we're good to go for that piece. I'll do the second piece, and then there's a third and fourth for the other side of the ship. There's a little bit of detail of photo etch. If you have a look at some of these pieces here, sometimes these metal sprues come with a backing, a plastic backing, which is good because you can take off one side and then as you take the other pieces off, they'll stick to the backing. They're less likely to hang off away. You've gone. But this, unfortunately, these are Edard ones. They're also extremely fragile and a lot thinner than other ones other ones that I've used in the past. To the point where it sort of puts me off using Edard metal etch, photo etch in the future for this sort of scale, because some of these pieces are just way too small. I've had one piece already that wasn't a serious important piece, but just a simple case of folding it like I should have, snapped it in half. That just shouldn't happen. And the fact that you're handling these all the time, I'm trying to be careful how I handle it, not to bend anything. I mean, look at those ladders. Now they're attached really tight to the sprue as well, which is also another tricky thing, because taking them off, you really do need a very, very sharp blade, because if you're putting any pressure against the piece you're cutting, the piece can be twisted or bent very, very easily. So Anyway, I'm just waiting on post notification actually to get some more of this big ultra glue that I'm running low on. Hopefully I'll pick that up today, and while I'm there I'll head to the hardware store, and I need to pick up a bit more of the Loctite control glue and a couple other little things I need. Anyway, I'll continue on with this and I'll be back in a second, see how it's going. Okay, so we've got the ship back here now, and it should all be dry now. It's been a few hours. It didn't really need planting for the glue to dry. It's just that some of the outside of the ship just wasn't straight, so it just needed to be held just a little bit against the deck so it would seal properly. Otherwise, it was a perfectly good fit. So just take this off now. And, starting to look nice now. Oh, I just realised I've still got to do the glue in the portholes all the way around, so that's what I will do now. Yeah, so I'll start on the portholes, which will just a little touch with the toothpick of the ultra glue in there, and that'll give them a glass appearance. Yeah, pretty happy with that. That's was a really good fit. What we'll be doing after that, I'll be working on this. I've already put these internal walls on here. They didn't need any modifications. They're going to get covered up anyway by the control tower above. But there are some more pieces that will be here. This section here is going to need everything taken off. There's a whole photo etch cover for that whole wall, doors, windows and everything. So that'll be done. Then we're getting into some stairs and some railings. Railings I'm not too concerned about yet. Let's see. I think that area is, sorry, can't see that. That area is clear of the wood decking, so I could probably put the railings on there. But the areas that have the wood decking, I'd rather have that down first. But yeah, so there's quite a bit there. Of course, there's much more on the back half of here where all the racks for the lifeboats will have to be removed and replaced with the photo etch ones. There's a few hatches and containers on the deck here that will be taken off and replaced with photo etch. The wood decking that covers here seems to be just this section here and up, whereas this section is obviously all going to be underneath. So above them will be the funnels and the bridge. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So I've undercoated the breakwater partitions from here. They're drying. I've undercoated a few other little pieces that'll be put on. I'll put the base coat on. All these pieces of photo etch on here I've touched up with the photo etch primer, and they'll be dry now, so they'll be ready to paint after I've done the portholes. So yeah, we'll get back into it and see where we're at when I come back. Hey, welcome back as we have a look at the foredeck here, which is all complete now. I've got the break walls on each side, all painted up and glued down. Of course, the anchor chain and that's still to be done, but I haven't come across that in the instructions yet, so we'll have to wait for that. So yeah, it's looking quite good. The only thing that's missing is a couple of cranes, one on each side here, that I need to add the photo etch to. See them there, and I'll paint them up, but I won't put them on because they're going to stick up a bit from the deck, and I'm sure to knock them off. So yeah, they'll be amongst the last things. There's quite a few little bits and pieces like that that'll go on at the end. And yeah, it's all starting to quite nice there. I'll continue with the center deck up here, which should actually be able to glue that down pretty soon. I'll check on the instructions. Some of the this back area here needs some pieces put on. I've still got one or two hose reels to make. I've done all the portholes and all the glass in the portholes. Don't know if they'll show up. See a bit of a glint there as the light catches them. Yeah. Just makes it look a little bit more cool there. And yeah, that's about it for part 7. And yeah, if you'd like to follow me, just hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, ask a question, put some advice there, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.